Come on out. Right now.
Settle down.
Why did it... Whatever. For some reason, it didn't absorb this last ball, even though I should have been close enough to it. That's so weird. In the water? I have to go swimming? Ooh, I also forgot to do the challenge. Where was I earlier? I was over here somewhere. I'm gonna do that first before I forget it exists. And then we will get back on track, I promise. I just hate leaving challenges or whatever there. There it is. I don't know how I missed this.
Gather. Order guide you.
Emerge. Right here.
That time it absorbed all of the little circles.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
I love Niviette. He is so ridiculous. There's a Sealy court that I didn't find the Sealy for here. I have been slacking. Oh, I see the Sealy. You know how I said I was just going to do that challenge and then we would get back on track? Well, we're also going to get this Sealy. And then I'll get back on track. Come on, Sealy. Let's go home. Go back to your little Sealy court. Like a little faster, though. Okay.
Let
My
the
treasure
record show that I
chest.
verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Thank you, Niviette. I definitely needed your consent for that. You're right. Okay. Going underwater. I need this to stop saying new. It's gonna drive me insane. Okay. Give me an ability. Where am I going? Is it in that? No, I don't think so. Okay. Is it this? So the base is completely submerged. No wonder no one found it. Curb, are you alright? Moisture has spread into the motherboard. Core functionality 12%. We have to hurry. Why did we take the robot underwater with us? I feel like this was maybe not a well thought out plan. Give me. Okay. Going this way. Open door. This is probably the entrance. I think someone was here. There are traces nearby. That's impossible. We just got the map after all. True. Let's check it out. We're finally inside. Your home is huge, Curve. Home? Hurry up. We need to find the materials ASAP. I sure hope you left behind instructions on how to fix Curve, Dr. Mosso. Last time, I didn't want Mello to have too many snacks, so I said, "You're gonna be fat if you keep eating." She cried and ran away. Then her mom taught me to say, "You'll still look great when you're plump." The next day, she climbed up on me and said, "Grandpa, exercise, horse ride." How interesting. And this got me thinking, is the shortest distance between two people actually a curve? That's it. I'll name my lie detector Curve. Okay. Interesting. What's up there? Go up here first. Number 3, important memo about Curve. 1, blueprint. 2, service life and core maintenance. Someone has torn out the next section. What the? Did someone take all the materials related to Curve? How is that possible? We came here as soon as we got the map. Let's keep looking. Maybe it ended up somewhere nearby. Why is there a bomb there? Interesting. My cabbage. Notes on base backup systems. 1, emergency exits are at the rear of the facility for use in case of emergency. 2, the self-destruction mechanism and cables are located within the walls. Damaging the walls is strictly prohibited. 3, using the aforementioned backup system. Someone has torn out the next section. Self-destruction system. Words are hard. Looks dangerous. This is just going. I can't really interact with it. Okay. A cannon. Let's check out down here first, and then we'll go up top. Not seeing anything. Okay, maybe on this side. Another bomb. My radish. Letter to Editor-in-Chief draft. Oh my gosh. Dear Editor-in-Chief, you are correct in your judgment that the matter has reached the point of no return. These last few years, I've heard marchers calling for Curve to be destroyed. Few days, not years. What am I saying? Last night, radical students broke into my lab and tried to do just that. Luckily, I discovered them in time. However, Curve is in increasing danger. I am compelled to act, and my plan is the following. 1. I will revise the Mosso protocols and related data of no practical significance in Curve's core so that what remains is a sufficiently misleading trail. It will appear lie detectors are not capable of detecting lies, and that all the test results were covertly manipulated by myself. As for the ironclad evidence of fraud and deception of the public, I'll leave that in your capable hands. Kindly select a date for the exposure. 2. As soon as I am convicted, I shall propose a duel, and when I fall in the duelist's ring, all will be put to rest. 3. I humbly request that you mobilize your paper to divert attention away from Curve. It should be thought of as a useless sham of a machine, to be used as evidence in the case and then sealed away by the Marechaussee Phantom. There's no need to try and change my mind. I've thought through every last detail, and this storm is unlikely to pass until I, the main offender, am dead. Curve is my life's work, so I can't afford any more missteps. I ask that you exchange my life for his. Everything we've done so far has been effective, and Curve's life learning module has derived redundant data that is incomprehensible. I believe that the seed of life has sprouted within him. Yours sincerely, Mosso Lombroso. Is this a secret letter between Dr. Mosso and Euphrasy's predecessor? He seems to have mentioned something important. Dr. Mosso didn't forge anything other than the forged evidence, which he forged and gave to the newspaper, so he'd take all the heat. He wanted everyone to focus on him and let it end there. He was trying to protect Curve. That seems to be the answer. Updating Lie Learning Module. Running Lie Learning Module. Warning, motherboard temperature increasing. Warning. Warning, core functionality down to 8%. Warning. Curve, what's going on? They sure did get here fast. Guess they're cruising for a bruising. More Fatui. Where did the Fatui come from? Did someone really get there before us?
Right now, right here, right now.
Bow your head.
Oh, there's more. Oh, it's cannons. Knew you'd be tough. Good thing that Muscle left behind cannons. Great.
This is order.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Be sanctified. Detoxifying heat. You need a burrito.
Okay. Blast, what's wrong? I have now taken over the cannon's control systems. Curve, are you okay? That's great. Quick, fire at the Fatui. What Fatui? Operate cannon? Fire. Can I just go fight them like a normal person, please? I want to fight them personally, not with a cannon. Did they die? Pretty sure they're all dead. Okay. Man. Jank. Curses. You're not easy to deal with. No wonder the Fatui are so reluctant to face you. Editor Jank, why are you here? How did you know about this place? Heh. You were discussing the base's location so freely right in front of the paper's doors. It would have been rude of me not to take advantage of such generosity. Jank, you eavesdropped. I was right all along. You're the culprit. Huh, the culprit? Agent Talocard, are you going to start cawing like a crow again? He said crow. That was one of the words. It was, I don't know, was it like blackbird and crow or something? It's useless to try and deny it. You are right, indeed, I am the culprit, but I only wanted to help this moronic excuse for an agent to sort out the case. It's not like she can just write, that guy called me a crow, so he must be the culprit, or something like that in the case file, now can she? You. Hush now. How about using your brain instead of your temper for once? Surely you must still have a number of questions regarding this case? Such as my motives. Aren't you at least a bit curious? You just wanted all of Curve's research materials, didn't you? All the paper's alleged dirt on Mosso, faking results from back then? Oh, looks like that question was far too easy. And as for the second question, I'm merely a low-level editor. How could little old me possibly be privy to such secrets at the paper? What happens if I kill him versus not kill him? How should I know? Ah, you must have learned about it from Bullard. Bingo. It was Bullard who came knocking. That's when I realized the paper had made a serious error 30 years ago, causing the downfall of a genius scientist. More importantly, isn't it truly a lamentable loss that the scientist's legacy has been buried for so long? Shouldn't the paper apologize to the general public for this? What do you mean? Is exposing what happened really all you're after? Exposing? There's a much more suitable word. Judgment. People will pass judgment on the newspaper like they did Dr. Mosso. The paper must take responsibility for this. Are the people going to hold themselves accountable? Because I would argue that it was the people, not the paper, that caused the issue. The people shouldn't have been led astray by a newspaper article. How can you make yourself sound so righteous like that with a straight face? But is it not the simple truth? I'm the hero who recently exposed the Conferee's fraud. The righteous and valiant Jenk. That's how everyone should see me, no? No, you sanctimonious scoundrel. It's you just want to profit from all of this. If the public starts to denounce the paper, Editor-in-Chief Euphrasie will be in trouble. You just want the top spot. Excellent. Perfect. I must admit, what you imagine isn't completely wrong, so allow me to fill in a few gaps for you. I've already made a deal with Bullard's supervisor. I find Dr. Mosso's inheritance for them, and they help me take over the Steambird. Plus, Bullard's supervisor serves a real VIP, a Harbinger. But which one? None of your business. With the Harbinger's backing, Euphrasie won't stand a chance, and the Steambird will be mine. I mean, but Child is not going to fight me on this. And I really doubt that the knave wants to get on my bad side over a freaking newspaper after all we've been through. So it really does matter which Harbinger. Jank, you're just a squawking blackbird with a silver tongue. We won't let you get away with this. But you'll have to stay alive to do that. I'm so sorry. Can you not hear anything yet? Click, click, click. An ominous sound is echoing through the base. What is that? The self-destruction system. How perfect. It just takes a little time to get going. A big thank you to Dr. Mosso for writing the instructions, and thank you, everyone, for giving me the time. Uh-oh. Farewell, little crow. Agent Curve and you two visitors from afar use these last moments to embrace each other. Then rest in peace as you are buried along with the truth. Jank practically flies out the entrance. The door closes behind him with a heavy thud. Oh no. So he was the one who took the materials after all. Are we going to be blown up to smithereens? Calculating survival probability of Miss Storm. Data insufficient. Calculation failed. I'm gonna stay alive. I'm not convinced the Traveler is capable of death. Calculating survival probability of Miss Paimon. Data insufficient. Calculation failed. I mean, she was underwater for an unknown amount of time. She'll survive. I don't think you can kill Paimon. Calculating survivor probability of Agent Talocard. Calculation successful, 1%. Calculating survival probability of Own Core Module. Calculation successful, 1%. How can this be? No. Storm, we've got to do something. Can we dig our way out? The self-destruct cables run through the walls. Breaking through could lead to an early detonation, as could attempting to force the door. I'll do my best, all of you. Is this all because of me again? Agent Talocard, don't blame yourself. There's no need to worry, everyone, because I am able to shut down the base's self-destruct system. Curve? Why didn't you say so earlier? Paimon was getting all worried for nothing. You didn't ask earlier? Well, seems like you even have a sense of humor. Now tell us what to do. Please kindly withdraw my core module and place it in the base control panel. Then I will be able to open the safe room lock. There is a button that disables the self-destruct system inside the safe room. You mean you open the door for us, we go to the safe room and press the button inside and everything will be taken care of? That's correct. And you? Curve, can your core be removed from the control panel afterward? I must stay connected, the control panel. Otherwise, the safe room will relock. Seems like we should take care of the self-destruct system first. Urgent, please act fast. Storm, take Curve's core and place it in the control panel. All we need to do is deactivate the self-destruct system. Curve, will this really work? I think you might be a bit... Please take action. Repeat, please take action. Curve is dying. Sad. Give me your core. The door to the safe room opens with a light shutter. Telecard, don't stand around. Let's head to the emergency room. I need to head to the safe room? Okay. This is very cheerful music for a very not cheerful circumstance. Is this it? It doesn't seem like a safe room. And where's the button? Curve, what is this place? We can't see any buttons. Why did the door just close? Curve. Curve, what's going on? How do we stop the base from self-destructing? The self-destruct system cannot be deactivated. What? So are we... Apologies. Please escape as quickly as possible. Oh, okay. Jank killed Curve. Just now. No, I need to go back and find Curve. Telecard, don't be too reckless. Going back is extremely dangerous. Yeah, there was just an explosion, and it's so deep underwater. Curve wouldn't want you running right back into danger. You're correct. I shouldn't act like this. But didn't he say the self-destruct mechanism would be shut off? He lied. He can't shut it down. His core can only open the emergency exit. So then why... His core had to be inside the control panel to open the emergency exit. But he's smart now. He knew we wouldn't leave him behind. So he lied. Oh wow. He can already think like that. When did he... It must have been Dr. Moso's letter that made Curve understand the final question. He learned about what Dr. Moso did for him. Turns out I'm useless after all. If only I were more competent, maybe I could have helped him break the protocols, and we wouldn't have had to come here. But the letter might have been the final push. That's right, don't blame yourself. Curve's breakthrough probably started a long time ago. His breakthrough had already started? Let's say you eat 100 slimes in one sitting and get super fat. You can't blame it all on the last slime. It's the same thing with Curve. Even if the doctor's letter was crucial, all the work you did with Curve before wasn't wasted at all. Is that really true? Well, I don't know. Curve, the final question you're leaving behind. I may never understand it. Anyway, thank you. And I know what we should do next. Catch that awful scoundrel Jank. Absolutely, definitely. He must be tried for his crimes. Okay. And just like that, you and Talcard return to the Court of Fontaine and start hunting for the dastardly Jank. Surprisingly, despite several days of intense investigation, you turn up no leads. It seemed that Jank had vanished. No one had seen him, nor had any negative news regarding the Steambird surfaced, up until one day, Editor-in-Chief Euphrasie sends you a message requesting to meet in the city. Okay. Off to Euphrasie. One moment, I need to get a drink real quick. All right, now let's go talk to Euphrasie. Ah, you're finally here. It turns out that we don't know of our own people well enough. This allowed an employee to create some serious trouble. I offer my sincerest apologies, especially to you, Agent Talcard. It's not your fault, Euphrasie. Right now, the important thing is that we stop that odious scoundrel. By the way, you were so anxious to meet us. Is it because he contacted you? Actually, I received a message. Earlier this morning, Jank was left in the Opera Epiclese all dressed up, so I contacted you immediately. He was caught by who? We're still not sure. Interesting. By the time he was found, he seemed to have lost his mind. He didn't react to any external stimuli at all. He was just kneeling on the stage of the Opera Epiclese. He looked like a doll that had just stood trial. The Maison Gardiennage folks took him in. When they examined him, they found that his tongue was missing. Okay. His tongue? That's terrifying. The Maison Gardiennage also discovered a note in his mouth. It said something to the effect of making amends to you. Was it the knave? And when the knave found out that we were involved, she was like, oh crap, and then did this? You, Paimon, Talcard, your names were written on the paper. Seems like the person who is backing him wants to apologize to you three. It appears they don't want to make enemies of you. Or maybe they feel quite strongly about what happened to Agent Curve. Those are the only possibilities I can think of. The person behind him. Paimon remembers Jank said he had a deal with a Fatui Harbinger, but which one? A Harbinger interested in machine intelligence. Oh! None of the ones we've met. Oh. How goes the quest? It's going. I think we're near the end now. But then I've realized that I have to still do the event with Fremine that I have not started. How about Dr. Mosso's legacy? Jank took all of Curve's design and research data. Gone without a trace. That wretched Jank. That's what happens when you decide to go full evil. I guess this counts as him being tried for his crimes, right? Though we don't know who the judge is. So that's what happened. Though I didn't catch him personally, at least I feel like he finally paid the price for his crimes. Yeah, he got his tongue cut out. That's kind of it's kind of brutal. You're not wrong, Saint Dane. It does often feel like these quests don't have an ending ever. But this one surely will. Since all of your names are on the paper, the Maison Gardiennage will probably want to pay you a visit. I'll go over right now and explain everything so they won't bother you. Finally, I hope the case can end here. Wait, Agent Alucard, would you mind going back to the newspaper with me? Why, Euphrasie? If you want to convince me to write your fantasy column, it's not happening. Still in the mood to joke, I see. That makes me feel much better. Let's go. I love that the Melusine skip as they walk. But I wasn't joking at all, you know. I will work very hard to do my best in the Merceau Phantom. That's wonderful, Alucard. Paimon is happy for you. Look, Sir Arthur is alive. Please have a look. We fixed Sir Arthur. Wow, it's Sir Arthur. We almost forgot about it. Good job. Sir Arthur sure has been through a lot. By the way, Paimon still doesn't know what kind of bird Sir Arthur is. Isn't he a pelican? Yeah. Have you not seen a pelican before, Paimon? A pelican? You mean the kind of bird that's an amazing eater? But why would the Steambird's mascot be a pelican? That doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the newspaper at all. I'm not clear on that either. It was a decision my mentor made after the incident with Dr. Mosso. Maybe he felt it's cuter than, say, a crow or a blackbird that squawks all day long. Hey, Euphrasie, you know you kind of resemble a pelican hiding food in its pouch right now. What a thing to say. Anyway, Agent Alucard, do you remember how Agent Curve and I interviewed nearby residents at the start of the case? Of course. He took the opportunity to blow our cover. Truly sorry about that. But that was when I asked him, what kind of person is Agent Alucard? What? Ah, Paimon remembers Euphrasie came back and commissioned us right away. Were you awed by Alucard's brilliant track record? Does she have a track record? Why don't we check with Sir Arthur on that? During the repairs, I added what Agent Curve said to Sir Arthur's voice library as a memento. Oh, quickly tell us what Curve said, Sir Arthur. Based on my analysis, Agent Alucard will be the best agent in the Merceau Phantom. Really? I'll be the best? But would Curve really have said something like that back then? Maybe back then he already learned to lie. Yeah, that's gotta be it, Alucard, since you are Curve's handler. You must be the one who fed him the first 99 slimes. That seems to be the answer. Well then, Curve, I will be the best agent in Merceau Phantom. Okay, that's done.